Since like high school.
How long? When was the last time I saw you? I think the bank, right? Like waving through the window. That was it, bro.
That was when you told me you were done with the army, or like you were getting out or something
Really?
like that. Yeah.
When was that?
Probably like 2 years ago. Oh, sorry. Yeah, probably like 2 years ago.
Man.
But I see your mom all the time, or I would. I'm not there anymore, but she would always call too, and she would always ask for a balance. But I never wanted to like look at like her, my friends' like parents' accounts or anything. So I'd always have to transfer. It's kind of like a conflict of interest almost. You know what I'm saying?
That
like
makes sense.
that's how they would describe it. But dude, actually, I want to show you.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna bring you back.
Let me see.
There's 2 pictures. My mom sent me. If you want to scroll to the left.
Oh my gosh.
That's like from state.
Oh my gosh, bro. I missed those, man. Let me see if I can show it.
Yeah.
That's awesome, bro. They changed. Get to send us next.
Yeah, for sure.
That's sweet. Yeah, no. So Riley O'Connell, man?
Yeah.
What you been up to besides working at the bank?
Dude, my favorite thing ever is really just to relax and like just chill and play video games. I'm not gonna lie. Or I hang out with my girlfriend Lindsay a lot, basically every day too. So, but I used to be like, I try to play basketball. Actually, I try to play basketball as much as I can. I still try to hoop. It's hard sometimes, just like getting older. I had back surgery and stuff like that. So.
What?
Oh yeah.
Really?
I had back surgery a couple years ago. I herniated a disc.
Oh wow.
My lower back. I was playing basketball, I think, and then for like about a year, they treated it like said like I pulled a hamstring or something like that.
But they didn't know.
No, my dad, the same thing happened to him. He knew the whole time. He was like, "No, dude, your back is effed up." So I finally like requested MRI, and sure enough, yeah, I herniated a disc, and it's a weird pain. Like it's so uncomfortable. It's not like it's like a shooting pain that goes down like your whole leg, and like I couldn't even like get up to like go to the bathroom sometimes. It was just it was a weird pain. Sharp shooting. I don't know how to like really describe it.
Is it like in one spot, or is it kind of like go throughout your body?
So like it's your sciatica, which is like it like goes down your whole leg. So like the disc is pinching the nerve. So like the nerve is affected like all the way down your leg. Yeah, it was pretty tough. And so I started going to like a chiropractor. That helped a lot, and PT. But then I had to get surgery at some point.
Wow. How long was the surgery?
How long? Like,
do you remember? Like how long is the procedure? I guess.
I don't think it was that long. They knock you out, dude. Like, I remember I was dreaming. I remember I was dreaming like I was on a beach. Actually, I'm not even kidding. And then I just woke up like in fetal position.
No way.
Yeah, it was weird. But I think it was only like an hour, 2 hour long surgery. I left the same day. Wow. Yeah. And actually, they have to wheel you out, but I got up and walked.
What do they have to do? Like just line your stuff back up together?
They take the disc that's like the piece of the disc that are like out, I guess. The way they describe it is like when you herniate a disc, it's almost like when you squeeze a tooth, like the toothpaste out, like you could probably like get it back in, but it's like super hard, and it's like you have to be super patient. Wow. So a lot of people just get it removed.
So you had the whole thing taken out?
No, just the part that was sick. Just the part that was sticking out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but yeah, dude, that was weird. It was just a weird whole thing was weird, and it's kind of affected me. They don't tell you about the mental part of like injuries. I'm sure you can like test that with like concussions and stuff like that. Dude, just like I couldn't do what I loved anymore. Yeah. So I remember like trying to play like sports and like trying to act like I wasn't hurt, and it just didn't work, and I wasn't like doing what I was used to, like I was always like a shooter, and I couldn't even shoot because like you have to be balanced on both legs, just weird stuff like that.
Well, I'm gonna pause you for 1 second. Did you hit play on Audacity or record on Audacity? All right, cool. My bad. Go ahead.
No, you're good. But yeah, just like so I couldn't really do like what I love. Like I love being active. Like even besides like playing sports, I just like going outside, like riding my bike and
Yeah.
stuff. There's a bike trail, like pretty
Yeah.
close behind Lutheran and stuff, and uh, you know, like leaning over to ride your bike, it just
Mm.
hurts. It's like your lower back, So just stuff. Yeah, that was weird. But after the surgery, though, I mean that really helped. I'm not gonna lie. I not like you'll never be 100%, but like there's points where I get like where I feel really great. Others where I'm not. But
That's what I was about to ask. Is like the recovery. Like, would they have you on meds for a while, probably, and then
yeah,
kind of weeding you off of it?
it was like a 6-week recovery. They prescribed hydro something. I don't even remember. But yeah, those were weird, dude. They felt good, obviously,
Yeah.
but like I remember I didn't eat or drink any water one day, and I took one, and I walked downstairs, and I was like, Mom, I'm about to pass out, and she had to like catch me, and I
Really?
think it was from the medicine.
Because he took it on an empty stomach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So the recovery, it was actually besides that, it was actually I sat and played Fortnite like the whole time.
Is that what you've been playing?
Yeah, because it was like it was 2019, so Fortnite
Oh.
was still kind of big.
Man, that was a couple years ago then.
Yeah, it was. Um, yeah, and it's a weird injury because it'll affect you like for a weird span of time, and then like you'll feel good. I don't know. It's just you have to work on it. I could be better, about like stretching and
Oh, yeah.
whatever. Sometimes I just don't. I just don't think to. So,
Yeah.
um, but yeah,
So does it still bother you now?
yeah, kind of, or yeah, not even kind of. It does like I'd say like if I had to rate it on a pain scale, probably like 5.5, 6 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah. But you just ignore it after a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I had my appendix removed in 2021.
Really? Oh, I think I remember that.
Really?
Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
remember. I think you were posting something about it.
Probably. I was so mad because I was in Fort Riley, Kansas, and I had just got there in August of 2021, and I got sent on that Afghan refugee mission.
Oh.
Like as soon as I got there, bro, I was there for like a week, and then but I was in Philadelphia on the receiving end. So like anytime that someone would come, like they would ship the Afghans over or whatever, I was like working in customs, like processing them or whatever. But anyway, long story short, I came back from that, and I was in the Security Plus class, which is like a certification for tech stuff, pretty much. And like I woke up on a Monday. Well, it was like 2 days after I got the COVID shot, but like I woke up on a Monday. Yeah, I woke up on a Monday, and then like I was like, "Fuck, my stomach hurts," and I didn't know what it was. And I went to work all day, and then I came back home, and like I tried to take a nap, and it was worse. I woke up like 8, so I drove myself to the hospital, and they gave me a CAT scan. We're like, "Yeah, your appendix is about to burst.
Dang,
Like, you need
dude.
to go to the hospital. You need to go to surgery right now." So
That's usually how it is when like you have to get them removed. Like they're like they rush you. Lindsay or my girlfriend Lindsay, her mom had to get hers removed. I don't know. It's probably about a year ago now, but yeah, that was like it was kind of scary. Yeah, but so like on that a pain scale, like how was it? Like
bad, bro. I mean,
really?
like it's kind of funny because when it comes to like rating things, I usually will rate things out of 5
Oh, okay.
instead of 10. It's kind of weird, but
Mm.
like because I'm a film major, so like movies are like my thing, and
Yeah.
like I rating as like a big thing. It's just a random tangent, but
No.
I feel like when you rate stuff out of 5, it like the stars hold more significance, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. Like an 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10 are like pretty similar. You say they're both good. Like a 3 out of 5 versus a 4 out of 5 is like I feel like it's a bigger difference.
It is.
But I'd say the pain was like probably a 4 out of 5, 5 like it was I was like I couldn't even all my mental focus was on that one spot.
Could you walk?
I mean, I drove myself to the hospital, so like yeah, I could walk. But I kind of like I don't know if I should have been
Yeah.
cuz like they put me in a wheelchair as soon, but
Yeah, that sucks, man.
I came out of surgery at like 3 in the morning, and they were like you have to have someone to come pick you up and someone to stay with. Well, I had just got to Kansas, I didn't know anyone, and got sent on that mission. I just came back, so like I literally did not know anyone in Kansas. So I just called my brother at like 3 in the morning. Was like, "Bro, please help!" And he got in the car and drove out there, bro.
Taylor or Brady?
Taylor, 7 hours to Kansas. Yeah,
random, but I talked to Taylor on the phone too. He called BOS once.
Really?
I was like, "Is this Taylor Kaufman?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I don't know if you remember me, but Riley." He goes, "Oh yeah." He was super cool.
Yeah.
And I actually watched the episode he was on.
Really?
Yeah, when you
The
guys were
Star Wars one?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I want to do more specialty ones. Brady was here the other day. Bro, I had to tell you about this. We were playing Guitar Hero because I had Guitar Hero 3 for the Wii.
Yeah.
Because we used to play that all the time,
Yeah.
bro. You like introduced me to Guitar Hero.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
I
gosh.
never had it. I had Rock Band, but I never had Guitar Hero.
Oh,
And I
that's
remember I was
right.
coming to your house to play Guitar Hero.
Dude, we always played that shit. I mean, that was like that game is legendary,
Legend.
really. That's so kind of ironic because I live with Dalton Settles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he just moved in like last summer. The apartment's by like Smoothie King, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, those are nice.
Yeah, I like him. And so he has like a bunch of he had a guitar, I think, because he plays like this altered version on the computer. It's super sick.
That is cool.
But then my girlfriend Lindsay, same thing. You know, she loved Rock Band and Guitar Hero growing up. So we started our own band on Rock Band, and it's super fun.
That's awesome.
We made our own characters and everything.
What's your favorite instrument to play?
The only thing I'm good at is bass because it's the easiest. I'm not really good at that game. I always feel bad too because Lindsay and Settles shred, and I'm like,
Trying to keep up.
yeah, they get like 99s and stuff. I get like 91 or something.
That's still pretty good.
It's okay.
What difficulty do you guys play on?
They play on hard. I try to play on hard sometimes, but dude, I don't know. I just don't have it. I
Yeah.
play on medium usually.
I've only beat like 2 songs on hard on Guitar Hero so far. But I started when I got it again, I was like, well, I can't pick up on easy, you know, because that's
Yeah.
too much
Right.
pride in the way, I guess. So I beat the whole thing on medium, and then I'm trying to go through back on hard, but it's just the orange.
I
button
know,
is what
dude.
gets me, bro.
I know the orange button pisses me off, dude. I know. I hate that.
So what are you playing now?
What? Oh,
Like, what kind of games are you into now?
Hogwarts Legacy. That's like I'm trying to 100% that. I'm like 96% done. That's like one of my favorite games
What's it
ever,
on?
dude.
PC?
I have it for PS5. But
Okay, so
you can
play
get it
on
on PC.
PS5?
Yeah. I play that. Ghost of Tsushima. Have you ever heard of that game?
I have.
Dude, that game's fun as hell. I love that game.
I've never played it, but I've seen people play. I've watched gameplay. That was like because I don't really game anymore. I have like a PS4,
Yeah.
but honestly, like if I'm gonna game, you can ask him. I probably will play the Wii. one that
Oh,
I'll play.
really? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like Mario? Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mario Kart, and I have Mario Party. I have Guitar Hero. Cabela's Big Game Hunter.
Yeah. Oh, we used to play that a lot, dude.
Yeah, bro.
And we played that at Robbie
yeah,
Zabrax.
bro.
Man. Speaking of like kids, we used to like because I don't really talk to, not intentionally,
Yeah.
but like just everyone has their
Life.
own path. I haven't talked to a lot of people from like middle school, but the main one I keep in contact with is Jacob Miller.
Really?
Yeah, like he's probably my best friend.
That's
Him
great.
and Settles are like my two best friends. He lives in Springfield, Missouri. But dude, we talked about the same stuff. Star Wars, like all those games, like yeah, all the same stuff. Do you talk to anyone or
From high school, I mean, Mudra obviously, but I mean, I talked to Jacob Miller actually not too long ago.
Really?
We messaged on Instagram
yeah?
because he's always been the homie too.
Yeah,
Same
dude.
with Settles, and I was talking to him. We were talking about the show, about the podcast, and I was like, "Dude, you should come on." And he was like, "Really? I'm in Springfield." And I was like, "No way!" And then he said Missouri, and I was like, "Oh, you know." But I'd still love to have both of them on. I mean, like the thing about this podcast, why I love it so much, is because it lets me do stuff like this, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Because we haven't kicked in a long time, dude.
exactly, bro.
When did you start doing this?
Last year, so it was like probably say 2021. I started. I was in the army and I was like doing tech work, but it was more like IT based,
Yeah.
like email, computer. Because like in Hawaii, when I was there, I was doing like SATCOM stuff. It was more tactical.
What SATCOM? What's that?
Yeah, like satellite communications.
Oh, okay. Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah, it was cool. Like and I could put some pictures on, but we'd have like a big like dish or like it was a bunch of different equipment I worked on. But like basically, long story short, we could go out to the field, pull up our equipment, and connect to the satellite to pull internet from anywhere in the world. So like anywhere that we would deploy, we go out to the field, say the commanders or whatever need internet, that's our job. We provide them the internet. And then when I got to Kansas after that, it was more like fix my printer, my email's not working,
Yeah.
which was horrible.
Yeah.
I did not like it, but
When I worked at BOS,
Yeah.
I did similar stuff.
really,
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Like just like the annoying like one of the most annoying things was like password resets. Like how do you? Oh my god.
write it down.
Yeah. You have so many places you could write down a password, but dude, was Hawaii? I mean, you don't even have to say yes because I already know. I've been there. But isn't it awesome?
Yeah.
Like, dude, that place is unreal.
It is.
What
It's awesome.
what city were you in?
So I was stationed on Oahu.
Mm.
So it's like the third or fourth island, I think. But like Waikiki Beach, Honolulu was all there. Like they have like Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, and Coast Guard on that one island.
Yeah.
And it's like kind of a big city. You've been there. Did you go to Oahu? When
No,
you
I went to Honolulu.
So that's on Oahu. That's
Oh,
on
it
Oahu.
is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Honolulu's this. Oahu is the name of the island.
Oh shit! I should have
you
known
good.
that.
You good? No, you good. I didn't know that until I went there either. But until I lived there, I should say. But I went to the big island, like the main island of Hawaii, the bigger one. Like if you're looking at Hawaii, you know how it has like the arc of islands. Like the main big one,
Yeah, I know.
that island is actually called Hawaii.
Oh, okay.
And then, but the state is also called Hawaii. But the name of the actual island is Hawaii. And then, but they just all refer to it as the Big Island because it's just the Big Island.
Yeah.
But then there's like a Maui, which is like another popular one. It's like more what you see on TV, like
Yeah.
excuse me, like luau's and really calm. Excuse me. And then Maui, or excuse me, Oahu, where we were, is like the more city touristy, but it's amazing. I mean, the beaches,
man. Mountains, like there's like they have like almost every kind of climate in Hawaii.
yeah,
Yeah, it's super cool.
yeah.
But man, I went when I was like in 3rd grade. I have to go back for sure. I want to take Lindsay there.
Yeah.
That would be fun. She'd love it.
It's a perfect destination spot for like a trip with your girl.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't really like go out drinking or like clubbing really much anymore, you know. But like, I'm glad that I spent like my earlier 20s in Hawaii because it's a great place to be for that. You know what I'm saying? Like
for sure.
I got there when I was 18, and I spent my 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd birthday there, and then flew back for my 23rd. So I spent like 19, 20, 21, 30. Well, I don't know, 4 or 5 birthdays in Hawaii.
I bet that was awesome. I got to do that at least one more time.
Except the 2020. That was my 21st birthday.
Same, yeah.
Yeah, so we got robbed.
Yeah, we did get robbed bad. The high schoolers complain like about like, you know, whatever they had to go through. I couldn't really do anything on my 21st birthday. I waited 21 years for that.
Yeah.
But
what'd you do?
I sat in my room and played like an old PS2 game.
Really?
And I just like drank by myself. Yeah.
That's so sad.
I think Dalton came over. But yeah, it wasn't really we had like shots together, but like that was it.
Yeah. I had a girlfriend at the time. She had her own apartment. I was in Hawaii, and so I went over to her place, and she had some people over, and we kind of drank. But it was weird because my birthday is always around Memorial Day. It's like middle of May, late May.
25th.
Yeah. Yeah. You know. And so my birthday was on that Monday, and so we had Monday off, but we had to go back to work on Tuesday. So we celebrated that Sunday night, like going into my birthday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like I barely made it to midnight, you know. But the friends that I was with, they all came over and it was fine, but we couldn't really like do much.
I know. And I never knew who like was weirded out by like being so close to me, like social distancing and stuff like that. I never wanted to like step on any toes,
right?
Like and you know make someone uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's a weird time. It's a weird time for that. Like I'll say, especially like at college now, like the transition from the military to college has been pretty drastic, you know, like because the military, it's like it's totally different mindset of like everyone is very direct. Like this is exactly what needs to be done. And I'm gonna tell you exactly what it needs to be done, and I don't care about your feelings.
Yeah.
And the college is totally different, bro. It's like
you don't have to go to class.
You don't have to go to class. They don't care. It's obscure.
Yeah.
And it's all about feelings. And it's like it's been a weird adjustment, but I like it though. I mean, I like my major. Where,
Oh, I bet.
yeah, film.
Yeah.
Where'd you go to college again?
I went to Lincoln Land for like, I think I got a total of like 3 semesters in, and I just quit going.
Yeah.
I hated school,
Yeah.
which is weird because it was never like that. Like in middle school and high school, I always got like okay grades and whatnot. I wasn't like a genius, but then when I got to college, I don't know. It just sucks.
Yeah, it
like
sucks, bro.
I don't know.
It really
So
sucks.
and then Lincoln Land, like I didn't want to go to Lincoln Land. I
Yeah.
had to. So like if I would have went somewhere, obviously I would have wanted to go to like Carbondale or like Edwardsville. But yeah, I don't know. After Lincoln Land just sucked. I think it ruined it for me. Their teachers, I only had like 2 good professors. Yeah, the other ones just like they didn't care. They didn't care. Like
Yeah.
yeah, they just don't care. So I just got a job.
Yeah,
Started working.
no, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason why I'm in college right now is because I think it'd be kind of silly for me not to, only because I have the benefits like the GI Bill and
Is
like
it paid for?
yeah,
Yeah.
completely paid for.
Yeah.
So it's like
Take
it-
advantage
yeah,
for sure.
it kind of would be a waste for me not to. I don't really think that someone needs college,
I don't either.
honestly, because
Yeah.
like there'll be times where we will walk in the class, or I'll go sit in the class, and our professor will be like, "What do you guys want to talk about today?" I'm like, "What? Like, what do you
Yeah.
mean? What do we want to talk about today? Like, you're the professor."
It's almost like is that a test? Like should we know what we need to talk about? Like you
I,
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly, bro. It's like but it's so weird. And I have one professor who I like this, and I have him for 2 classes. But bro, like we start like on the second the clock changes to 9:35 or 9 a.m. for my first class and 3:35, he's like, "All right, folks, let's jump back in." And he's like going until the last second, like it'll because I get out of my last class at 4:50, and it'll be 4:48, and he's like, "All right, well, these last 2 minutes, let's break into next week's lesson."
Oh
It's
man.
like, bro, like, but I gotta say though, after having someone like that, and then having someone like a professor I have for my 3rd class who comes in 5-10 minutes late, sends us out half an hour early, and just kind of like willy-nillys every lesson, I would rather have the guy who's about his business.
Consistent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Consistency is always nice. Yeah.
Yeah, especially when they're talking about things like very very subject focused. Like the one that I have for 2 classes I like, he's all about like the top of the class is exactly what we talk about. Whereas like the other classes, they kind of go off on other things that's not really.
I
pertinent
think
to the
that's another
class.
thing too that I didn't really like about college. Is I was doing all the gen ed stuff, and I really just would rather do like the stuff I was interested in.
Exactly.
But I wasn't patient enough, and I just didn't want to write papers for stuff I didn't care about.
Exactly, bro. Dude, I literally am in the same exact boat as
Yeah.
you, because I'm literally sitting here like, I do not care about this, and I
Mhm.
don't think this is gonna further me in any way, but I'm doing it because I have to. Like, I hate doing things because I have to. You know what I mean?
Well, you can grind it out. I mean, you grind it out the military. Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just got to do it, but I don't want. I'm gonna try to complain about it, but
Dude, yeah, complain all you want because the shit sucks. I mean, yeah.
what did you want to study?
Criminal. I was
anything?
a criminal justice major. I don't know. I just like that stuff. I like the true crime docs. Like, they're so fun to watch. Especially back then. Back then, I was like super big into that. And I don't know if you remember, my mom was always watching ID investigation discovery. So I think that's probably why. Just because I was always on in the background of stuff when I was growing
Kind
up.
of exposed to it.
Yeah. But I had one criminal justice class, and it was like I don't even remember what it was called, but the point of the class is like why drugs are bad. Like it was just stupid to me. Like
Yeah.
I know why. Just don't do a lot of
Don't do
them.
them. Yeah, be smart.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. After a certain point, I was just done. I can't even remember. I just remember going up to my mom like, I'm wasting your guys' money. Like I don't care. I had to drop like a couple classes, like, and my parents couldn't get their money back for it just because I was failing them. So I was like, I'm wasting your money. Like, just let me work. I'll figure something out.
Yeah.
And I got on at a bank, and now I'm in a good position. So yeah, I think what you were saying earlier, you don't have to go. Like people don't have to go to college. It's not like a stepping stone to success. I mean, it is, but not for everyone. And I think I'm a good example of that.
Yeah. And there's not like example I can say, like in the military is like if you don't show up for formation, they're gonna come looking for you. They're gonna find you. But if you
Mhm.
don't show up to class, they don't care. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
they don't care at
It's
all.
totally on you.
Yeah.
And it's so unfortunate that like it's set up to where college is like the standard next step after high school because I just it's like I was saying, I feel like you don't a degree does not mean that your level of intelligence. It doesn't define that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I have a degree. I have a degree, associate's degree,
Yeah.
from Purdue,
Mm.
but the only reason why I went to get it because I got it online when I was in the army still. So I was doing one class at a time online at Purdue. So I figured if I get out of the army, I'll have my associate's degree. Boom, I'll go back to
Yeah.
university for 2 years, maybe, and then I'll get my bachelor's, and then I can move from there. Well, I got my degree from Purdue, got out, blah blah blah. Came to ISU now, and they were like, "Oh, but you got your associates in a associates of science, and now you're going for a bachelor's of arts. So we're only going to accept 16 out of your 92 credits."
That's dumb. Because like science is like science is awesome. Like you so much with that.
You
That's
would
so
think that like
yeah.
science would be a higher echelon than
Yeah.
art,
Yeah.
but
I you would for sure. Speaking of Purdue, were you like going for them in the tournament or like did you even care?
I meant to ask you about that because I saw your shirt. Um, I was once Illinois was out, I think, only
Yeah.
because like Illinois, it's like hometown, like
Actually, or are you just saying that
I was
because
born
because
I
I'm
was born in
here?
Urbana.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was born in Urbana.
I think everyone knows. Like I'm, like it's just like not a. It's a fact about me. I'm just like crazy about Illinois basketball. I'm on the
What'd you
message
think about
boards
the?
and stuff like that.
Tell me how your whole thought process through the tournament. Were you going crazy?
I
Or what?
love the tournament. Yeah, it was a successful season to me. It was the third best team in Illinois history. I don't really. I expected to lose to UConn. I didn't want to,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, they were just UConn was just so good.
Yeah,
And they went on a 30-0 run against
the
us.
second half, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was insane.
it was a close first half, and I thought we were like in a good position, and they just came out and just punched Illinois in the throat. It was bad, but good season. I had a lot of fun. I was going crazy during the tournament, screaming. Lindsay was like telling me I was being too much, but you have to be, dude. It's the NCAA tournament. You remember when Illinois sucked all the time?
Yes.
Like that's what we grew up with. Like 05, like we were 6 years old. Like I remember some of it, but like I
D.
don't.
Brown.
Yeah, like you know how much I love D Brown, but I
Mhm.
don't even remember that like so much. As much as I remember them being terrible.
Yeah, yeah.
So now that they're good again, like I have to go crazy.
Is there supposed to be? Are there any projections for next year? I know it's super early, but like who's coming back? Do you have players coming back?
I don't-
looking at transfer portal. Do you know anything like that?
Transfer portal sucks. I mean, like everyone, it's like a 1-year contract for college players now. Like basically, like
Because they get paid off stuff they do. now,
NIL.
right?
Yeah, you can get you can transfer twice now. You used to when you transferred, you had to sit a whole season,
Right.
and then like you didn't really transfer again. But now people are transferring 2 times, and they don't have to sit at all or anything. So like I said, it's basically like you're on a 1-year contract. You
Hmm.
know,
Yeah.
every time there's the off season pops up, where it's always like who's staying and who's leaving. It used to not be like that.
When do they declare? Do you know?
They have until May 1st.
Mm.
A lot of our guys are coming back, but yeah, we don't know who's coming in. We lost a lot of good guys,
Yeah.
so I don't really know much about next year.
Was
yet.
there like I heard there was like a controversy with like one of the players or something.
Terrence
happened.
Shannon?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got accused of rape, and yeah, it was a crazy. Oh man, I remember the day, December 28th. I remember when it happened. I remember where I was, like, dude.
Trauma.
Yeah, it was terrible day, and yeah, he was suspended like 6 games. There wasn't a lot of like, this is a touchy topic to like talk about. So I'll say like as much as I know is like they didn't have, enough to keep him done the whole year. So, and then May 1st is they didn't have enough evidence. What I was saying.
Sure.
And then May something is when his like real trial is. So I guess we'll figure out what.
Would he be coming back next year, or is he a senior? Or?
He's a projected draft pick.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Because I know like COVID screwed so much things up, but I know there's college players that could like play like 5-6 years because of
Yeah.
the whole thing that
He just
happened.
used his 5th year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you know about the NIL? I don't know anything about it. Like, if you would explain it to me, do you know enough?
I
I don't even know what it stands for.
um, it basically just like lets players make money. I think like schools have boosters or something like that that have to like fund a certain. I don't really know either. But um, I don't love it. I think the players should be getting paid for sure, but I think I don't like it with the transfer portal
Yeah,
because kids transfer just to
For
see
money.
like where they can make the most money.
yeah. What do you know? Did Muja does it say what NIL stands for?
It doesn't quite say.
When did it come into effect?
This article's all about Caitlin Clark.
Oh,
I gotta find something better.
Have you watched that tournament between or that 3-point shootout between Steph Curry and Caitlin Clark?
What was that Caitlin Clark?
Or well, I don't know if it was Caitlin Clark, but it was one of the college female basketball
The
players.
Sabrina, I can't remember her last name. I watched the highlights. I didn't watch it live, but yeah, that was cool. I think they should keep doing that.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I was watching. I was gonna ask you because a lot of people were saying that Steph Curry was like made it close on purpose,
Probably,
but I don't.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I was in a barbershop getting my haircut, and there was a Joe Budden podcast on about. They were talking about it,
Mhm.
and like if you watch it back, it's kind of funny because when she goes up and she shoots, and she does a great job, but Steph Curry's like, yay, woohoo, good job, and then he's kind of like, all right, move out of the way,
Yeah.
and then he wins by 1 point. It's like,
Yeah, I think he did that on purpose. I mean, he's the best shooter ever. Like, no one's matching him.
if you had to pick your
Not-
top 5 team basketball players, who's your starting 5 all time?
Steph's at the one for sure. Kobe, MJ, LeBron, and Shaq. Yeah, that's a pretty easy one for me. I think Tim Duncan's like a close second for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think Melo's up there, but I love Carmelo Anthony. He's like one of my favorite
Yeah.
players ever. But I think KD's up there too. He's probably he's in the top 10 somewhere. I think he's got to be.
Didn't Andre Iguodala? He grew up in Springfield, right? He went
Yeah,
to
dude.
Lanphier.
Yeah.
Do you remember he had that was it AI9 at the gym? You remember playing basketball at the gym?
Yeah, dude. Leon played on AI9. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Oh man, they were a scary team.
I saw Leon not too long ago, actually.
Really?
Probably like a year ago.
I love
At
Leon.
Ryan's?
I still talk to him occasionally. He's one of my best friends too. With him, it's like I don't have to see him. We can just pick up
Yeah.
like it's nothing. And he's so funny. He's so funny. I remember when he was in middle school basketball, Leon, he didn't care at all about like getting naked in front of people.
Yeah.
Like he did not care at all. I don't know why. And I remember he was bare ass naked and Mr. Barrett walked in and just spoke to us like it was nothing.
Was that talking about the Johnson? He's like, put away your Johnson or whatever.
I don't know. I think I remember that. But yeah, Leon was just standing there with his like everything
Peeks
out. Yeah, and like Mr. Barrett was just talking to us. He didn't like put on his clothes like
Stood there
super quick.
looking
Yeah,
at
he
him.
just I think he was like in shock. But yeah, that was oh man, Leon was he is still funny, but he would do the funniest things in middle school, dude. He would mess with people. He'd fall out of his chair and stuff like that. He was the best. I think he was like technically supposed to be in the grade above us too. So we kind of got lucky, especially in basketball, you know.
Yeah. Basketball. We had a lot of fun playing basketball, even though I never played, but it was so fun. Like be on the team, like traveling around. I had fun.
It was fun for sure. I think Plains basketball made me like really good for like Lutheran basketball.
Sure.
But I always like Plains kind of shot my confidence. Because going into like 6th grade, I thought I was like pretty good at basketball. And then I initially got put on the freaking B team. I was so pissed. And I remember like seeing a bunch of guys that like weren't better than me, dude. I eventually like got moved to the A team for like some games. So that felt good. But then like I knew I wasn't gonna play a lot in 7th and 8th grade. There's always like these 2 guys, obviously I'm not gonna like say, but
Sure.
there's always these 2 guys who I think of who just should not have played in front of like me, you, Jacob, David, Schultz, even Garrett. Like Garrett was like faster than like oh man, just these
More
2
athletic.
guys. You probably know if you had to like
I have
think,
a good idea.
Yeah, I bet you know because like that was really frustrating. But then when I'd go in, I'm sure you felt the same way because he played you at the freaking 4.
Yeah.
It was just like I never like
It was
felt like I
unnatural.
could do anything. Yeah, I just like wasn't confident when I went in. Yeah, that was weird.
Because basketball was like your main thing too, right? You played soccer in high school?
Yeah,
You played soccer?
soccer was fun. I was just fast. I don't think I was really that good at soccer, but our
Yeah.
team was good.
I guess that'd be kind of my thing about it. Why I had fun playing basketball because I have football to fall back on. Like football was always my main thing, like what I really cared about.
Yeah,
So like doing basketball, like I didn't do basketball in high school. You know, I quit.
yeah.
I didn't quit. I just stopped doing it. Like going in my freshman year, I only ran track and played football in high school. My first 2 years, and then after I got concussed my junior year, I pretty much was done from then on.
I remember seeing you on like 1450 on the sideline, like coaching, basically, like
Yeah.
going crazy. That was cool.
Yeah, that whole situation was trash because
I bet.
like that was. It's funny because initially that was my entire plan was to go play college football. Like that was my plan.
Did Taylor do that?
Yeah, Taylor went and played college football, and then I was next in the shoot. And it's not like I never was trying to follow his footsteps. We both just loved
Love
it.
football. Yeah,
And
that was your guys' thing for sure. I
yeah.
remember that.
Yeah, and I started varsity a few games as a freshman at corner, and we weren't that good that year.
Dude, I remember when you because I followed Plains athletics.
Okay.
Like, just because I still had love for all the guys. I didn't even want to go to Plains originally, but I remember you're always a QB, and then I remember you were on defense. Like, oh, that's kind of weird because I always knew you as the QB, but like I heard you were, I saw that you were like pretty good on
thanks.
defense. Yeah.
Yeah, defense is my home. It's like I only played. So the reason why I played quarterback in middle school was pretty much because I was the only guy who had played football before. I mean,
We were so bad. I
We
played
were-
1 year. We were terrible. We scored 1 touchdown, and it wasn't even like someone from our grade. It was Kai Carlberg.
for real.
He scored the only touchdown. And for some reason, I played tight end. I'm like this tall, and I played tight end. And I weighed 90 pounds. Not even 90 pounds. 6th grade. Yeah. And
that was the first year that we had JFL at Plains.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we didn't have Nick Clemens. He played with the older people. We did have Leon, though, which, like, he was our only, like, the only guy who could, like, tackle anyone. But the play, I don't know what the play was called, but basically the tight end catches the ball, and for some reason they took me out and put Kai in for me, and then they ran the play and Kai scored the touchdown. So like the touchdown I think could have been mine.
Wow. Are you serious?
Yeah, the only touchdown of the season. Like wasn't even someone from our team.
Wow.
We were so bad.
I remember we were horrible. I remember we had barely had enough guys. That's why we had to bring like
We had one
people up.
sub. We
Yeah.
had one sub. Yeah.
Man, I remember like because I played in SYF, which was Springfield Youth Football, from like 2nd grade, bro. Taylor and I started the same year, so he was in 5th grade. I was in 2nd grade, and we both started playing SYF tackle football. And I played up, so like Plains.
So did Taylor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he played with the Wildcats.
And the Bulldogs. He was on my brother's team.
Yeah, and the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Exactly. I forgot about the Bulldogs, bro.
I still have my brother's jersey.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
I remember I played for like the grade above us, like Cronny, all those guys. They had a team that played in SYF, and me, Nick, and maybe like 1 or 2 other guys from our grade played with them because we didn't have JFL at Plains then, and there wasn't really anyone else from our grade that like I don't know if they didn't know about it.
We didn't have a lot
we were
of
young, and
And at that time, not a lot of them played football.
yeah, football at Plains was always like on the back burner.
Yeah.
behind
it's always
baseball,
baseball.
and basketball, and really baseball.
I'm glad I didn't play baseball for Plains.
Oh, I would never.
I'm
Not in
so-
a million years.
I mean, they were so good. I loved watching them play, but Mr. Greer scares me still.
yeah, no, I don't like that guy. But
Really?
no, I don't
Every
like
time
him
he
at all.
comes by BOS, or when I worked at BOS, he was always super nice to me. But like, yeah, he's still scary.
Yeah.
I like Cole too. Cole's awesome.
Oh, I love Cole. Yeah, I love Cole. Yeah, Cole and I we always got along. But no, I ran track though. That's not even really because of that. It's because I ran track. They were both in the spring.
I just know Mr. Greer would have hated me. Like I was afraid of the ball. Like
Bro, it's
the
scary,
pitch.
bro.
Yeah, it's a hard ball, and like going at you that fast. Oh, I was so
gotta,
scared.
like-
I was a little fucking wimp for a while.
I mean, we were kids,
Yeah.
you know. But that's funny. Nah, I remember. Anyway, what was I talking about? SYF.
Yeah.
Yeah. So SYF.
It's not a lot of footballers.
Not a lot of football.
Yeah.
And then when we got into like 5th or 6th grade, they brought JFL to Plains. And do you remember the Rams?
Yeah.
They wanted me to come play for them.
They were sweet. I remember they were sweet.
Yeah, they
Jake
were.
Hermes was on that team.
Yeah, they were like the SHG preteen
Yeah.
pretty much. And my brother coaches at SHG now football.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
Taylor.
that's awesome.
But
He's gonna get some rings. Oh,
he
that's
already
gonna
got
be-
one.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
awesome.
But yeah, so they brought JFL to Plains and they asked me to come play for the Rams, and my dad told him no because it basically like if I would have gone and played for the Rams, we wouldn't have had enough guys because we were like you said, we had one sub, and I played quarterback because I from what because I remember Coach Aller, who was the head coach of the varsity at the time, he kind of had suggested that I play quarterback only because I had
You probably
played
had
football
the
before.
only. You're probably the only team who had knowledge of like how to play football.
I
Like,
didn't like playing
I
quarterback.
never played football. Garrett never played football.
Right.
I remember one time Garrett ran all the way to one side and saw a bunch of kids ran all the way back and then ran backwards and got like we lost like 20 yards. It was the funniest thing ever, dude. I miss him. I still talk to Garrett too.
Do you?
Yeah, he's
How's he doing?
he's a close friend still. He's in as good a spirits as he can be, you know, with this situation.
I was talking to him. I was talking to him a couple years ago in Hawaii. I remember I had FaceTimed him to help him set up like some audio stuff on his computer because he was getting into the music
Yeah.
and everything. Which he's talented.
Mm.
You know, he's talented.
His brother was fire, dude. Super good. I still listen to his brother's stuff for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's such a messed up situation. I feel for Garrett.
Yeah.
I do. He's a good. I'll always ride for Garrett.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. Always ride for Garrett. He's a good guy. Seriously. But yeah, I talked to him. Him and Jacob are probably the two I talk to the most from Plains. I see Kyle and Noah occasionally. Kyle's another one though that he never played football and he was like that tall. Like he wasn't even like, dude, he was like 20 pounds. With the pads probably weighed more than Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he never. Yeah, you're probably the only one who knew football on that team. Like
Yeah. Then I got into so I actually hated playing quarterback, bro. believe it
I
or not.
bet.
I did not like it because defense. In SYF, I played all over the place because like I played up, so we had tons of guys, and so like you know when you're a kid, you're kind of just figuring out your niche, kind of where you fit. Everyone's still growing and stuff. So I played running back, I played defense, of course, I played receiver, and I actually played running back for that team most of the time. And I was like, that's where I really learned and started to like the physical part of football, like the contact, because it's so challenging to just like use your body as a weapon, like mentally.
I thought you would have been a good fullback.
You think so?
Yeah, and I thought that's where you were gonna play. Actually,
Like in high school?
well, when I was playing in middle school, I don't know. I have such a good memory from middle school. Honestly, I do. Like I remember so much from middle school. Every time I hang out with like Lauren Lucchese, she always ask me to bring up something from like middle school.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny. I don't remember like
but-
anything.
I remember you were just like you're like strong, so I thought like Mason would be our fullback, Garrett would be our running back. I don't know what I'll be. I thought Kyle would probably be like a QB or something, but no, it was nothing like that.
Yeah.
Oh man, you remember how hard Jeremy McAfee would go in practice?
Yeah.
Dude, the first practice, I got hit by him, Shriver, and Jude Henriksen. I almost quit. I almost quit right there. I was pissed. And actually, I think when Jude hit me, I think I was like tearing up a little bit. Like, why
Really?
did I sign up for this? I was so mad. Man.
He was a good player. He went to Athens for high school.
Yeah, I
and he
remember
played
that.
for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that. He was a big kid. But and then Ryan Herman too. I got hit by Ryan Herman.
Yep.
That wasn't any better. But Shriver and McAfee were like the two that were just I never wanted to go against them in any drill. I would like think away, I gotta piss or like let me get a drink or something.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it be though. Like I remember when I got to high school, like I was saying, like I played. There was a couple guys I like didn't really want to tackle, but like I still would because like they moved me to defense. So my freshman year I played corner, and I did well. And then my sophomore year they moved me to free safety, and I started varsity the whole year. And we went to the playoffs, and we did well. And then from then on it was just like locked in. Like I'm a defensive only player. Like
Yeah.
they literally never let me play O. Like I never touched the ball unless I intercepted
Yeah.
the ball. But never scored a touchdown in high school varsity. Like only defense. That's all I did,
Mhm.
and I liked it. I love it, and it's one of those things where it's like I feel like as a defensive only player, because I mean in basketball or like other sports, you kind of play both sides. You play offense and defense, but like football, it's like you're exclusively in a good program. You're exclusively one spot. That's all you do. So like we had enough kids. We had like 70 kids on the team. So if you get locked down in one spot, that's pretty much all you do. And so I had free safety and I played it. And then going to my junior year, I was playing it again. And then my helmet came. It was week 4. We were at Williamsville. I'll never
How
forget.
many weeks are a season?
9.
9.
9 games. 9 games in a regular season. And we were playing Friday night, and the storm came in. And it started lightning and stuff. And it was like at halftime. So they postponed the second half to the second day on Saturday.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was super weird. But they postponed the second half to Saturday. So after we just played a full first one half of varsity football.
Was this in the playoffs? Oh no,
This
it
is-
wasn't. No,
yeah,
it was
that's
week
the regular
4. Sorry.
season.
Yeah.
No, you're good. And it was at Williamsville, and plans had never beat Williamsville in football. And
Really?
never until we beat them that year.
They're a powerhouse.
Yep.
Mhm.
And we came back Saturday. We were playing them. It was a tight game. My helmet came off during a play, and I just got rocked. And then I was done.
Yeah.
Couldn't play anymore.
When you did you get knocked out? Or
I don't remember. I don't
Oh.
remember pretty much
Yeah.
most of that year. Like even after I got concussed, that was like September, and I didn't get cleared to come back to sports until January, bro. And that was like they said that was like a speedy recovery from like how bad it
Jeez.
was. But
There was a guy on the Illinois basketball team. His name was Andre Curbelo, and he was like a stud. And he got like a bad concussion, and then like they rushed him back, and then got another one. And so he was like, his career is like done.
yeah,
He's at like Southern Mississippi now. He was like a preseason All American.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, dude, that's tough.
yeah. Especially
And-
because like I was going to play college football. Like,
Yeah.
I had already been. I came up to ISU for a camp after my freshman year. I was like IC. Like a lot of the smaller like D3 colleges around here were like I pretty much could pick from the litter, but I was trying to go go a little higher. So I was trying to do more, but I had only completed my sophomore season, so it's not like I had like upperclassman tape.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was crushed. And then that's kind of what led me into going into the Army,
Yeah.
because I was like, well, if I can't play college football, then I'm not gonna go to college.
Did they know about the concussions, or you have to hide that type of thing? Or?
Yeah, I didn't tell them.
Because my friend Carson, I think he has like ADHD or something, and he like said he didn't tell them that he had it, something like that.
Yeah, I mean the recruiters kind of help you out too. I mean, it's like once you go in to your recruiter, like they're. I mean, anymore now, bro. Like they're gonna find a way to get you in. They're so desperate. Like
Really?
every recruiter. Yeah, oh yeah, bro. The Army's like in a 40,000 soldier deficit right now.
Oh, I don't keep up really. I don't know how to keep up.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
A lot of people like when they talk about the Army, it like starts to get political, and I don't participate in those conversations at
Sure.
all.
Yeah,
Like,
and I respect that.
yeah, and not because I don't have an opinion, but I just like I don't care to
a
talk about
mess.
it. It is a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say like when I love to talk about the Army, I talk about it all the time.
Yeah, like that specifically, I'd love to hear.
I
about
can tell you
it,
my
actually.
firsthand. What do you want to know? What do you get firsthand experience
Well,
on everything?
actually, I always want to know how like the 8-week training is.
like in basic.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I can explain that. I told him like a million stories about it, but
it's different than like the Air Force, right? Like you guys are in the Air Force are in like Texas or something, right?
yeah,
And
yeah,
then-
yeah. So there's different locations. I know when I went in, I don't know if it's still like this, but there was 4 basic training locations. Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, Fort Benning, Georgia, Fort Jackson, South Carolina. That's where I went. Excuse me, I think there was one more, but I can't remember. But I went to Fort Jackson, and it was really weird. Like the day, so you go into your recruiting office, you do your recruiting and all that stuff. They like plug you in, get you your job, whatever, and then they ship you down to St. Louis for a day. You have to go through what's called MEPS. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
It's like a processing thing. It's terrible. and then you come back, and then you actually are enlisted. You like take the oath or whatever, and then you ship back out. So same way you come back, and then I wanted to do it. I did a delayed entry program, so I graduated from planes December of 2016 because I graduated a semester early.
Yeah, man, I want to do that really bad, but whatever.
Yeah, I
Luckily
had to double up on some credits
Mm.
because I failed a class as a junior. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah, I mean after my concussion and everything, I kind of just.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean they worked with me as far as like homework and stuff, but once I was cleared, I didn't care anymore. So
Yeah.
that's kind of why I failed. But I had to double up, but I was like doubling down. Like I really want to graduate early, and so that next semester I was working at TJ Maxx still, and I was working
remember
every
that.
day. Yeah,
With Ashland.
yeah. It was
Yeah.
like Kyoshis was there, a bunch of people.
Oh, forgot about. He used to live next to me. I don't know if you remember that.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Like in that same neighborhood?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But sorry, what?
No, you were talking about the basic.
Oh yeah. So I'll try to shorten it down. So you go, but the day that I went from St. Louis to shipping off the basic was the day of the last eclipse. August 22nd, 2017.
I remember that.
And I was in the bus, and it just got dark out, and then it just got light again. That was it. But no one said
Yeah.
anything, but I knew it was happening. And we go down there, and like you go through the whole thing.
You didn't
again.
have glasses in it or anything. They didn't give you guys glasses.
They didn't even bring it
Yeah,
up.
no.
But it was so funny because we're like walking through the airport, and we're like, oh boy, like because they have like signs because they get people flying in for the army all the time, so they have like signs in the airport, like army personnel with arrows. So I flew in with a couple people, and we're walking, and we're like, ooh, like I wonder what it's gonna be like. Ooh, we're all nervous, and then we turn a corner, and we see like lines of people in lines, and just like hella
Was
drill
it
sergeants, bro.
intimidating?
And they like as soon as you turn the corner, they just immediately start ripping your ass, bro. Like just tearing into you, bro. And you're like, what? And so we got there, and then yeah, so we started getting smoked immediately, and then we bust us around for like an hour. And this point it was probably like 8 or 9 o'clock at night, like 8 o'clock at night. We get to the place. As soon as we get off the bus, like in civilian clothes, like we're doing push-ups for like an hour, bro.
Oh,
And then like we go through all the it's like 9 p.m. We start our process all night through the night because that the processing center for soldiers is 24/7.
Mhm.
So that thing is always going. And so we processed, and I remember it was like we got to a point where it was like I don't know 1, 2 in the morning. We had our issued stuff that they wanted us to do, process paperwork, whatever, and they had us just stand in formation in front of a brick wall, like 1 in the morning till it was like time for us to eat chow, which was like 5.
dang.
So that was the first day. But then like the first week is kind of like that, where it's like you don't really sleep at all. They're kind of trying to get everyone in the same. It was awful.
Screaming at you the whole time,
whole
and you're
time.
tired.
Whole time.
Yeah.
I was hallucinating.
Oh, I would have been pissed.
And but then that's reception. So that's like
Yeah.
when you get your stuff, they issue you everything, shave your head, blah 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 blah, sleep deprive you, make you horrible, whatever. And then you go to your actual basic, which is the 10-week training or the 9-week training. And that's where you get your drill sergeants that you're gonna have for the rest of the time. You're in your company, you're in your platoon, and they just tear you up like constantly. And there's like supposed to be 3 phases of basic. So the first 3 weeks are red phase, the second 3 weeks are white, and the third 3 are blue. So like during red phase, it's pretty much they're just destroying you. Like every single thing that you do you're told how to do every single thing. And I'm not joking. Like they're literally there when you wake up, and they are there till when you go to sleep.
yeah.
Like they'll like march you. I was telling him like even shower time, hygiene time. Like we'd be in there with our towels, like on the line with our soap and our washcloth, and they'd start smoking us, whatever. And so we'd all be butt ass
Yeah.
naked eventually, and then we have to just like march through the showers, and they march us in front of the sink and be like, put toothpaste on your toothbrush, wet toothbrush. All right, begin upper left, upper middle, upper right, bottom left, bottom middle,
Oh.
bottom right, spit, rinse your mouth, get out. So like literally, bro, every single thing they tell you what to do. And
If you like hit the bottom right, no puffy there, no puffy there.
No.
If you like hit the bottom right, and then like when they say bottom left, like do they scream at you?
Oh yeah. That's how at least that's how it
Oh.
was when I was in. But that's how the first 3 weeks are. Just pretty much running you, smoking you, just breaking you down. And you get like a couple hours of sleep every night, but you have to pull guard every night. Like it's just and the white phase is pretty much like all shooting. Like red phase is like a lot of marching, a lot of courtesies, customs.
You get gassed?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Like you get tired. You're tired all the time.
No, I mean like didn't you have
Oh,
to
like
you
tear
have to-
gas?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that they do that. Is it the same as like Air Force training, or is it like are those like different?
You know, I don't know, honestly.
okay.
I'd have to ask someone in the Air Force. My cousin Shay was in the Air Force. She still is.
Yeah, I remember Shay.
Yeah.
She's cool.
But no, we got tear gas. We had to go into that was like later on. But I went to basic in August. I remember like being on the range in like August, September. It was like so hot, bro. But
Oh man,
I mean, honestly, like once you're like 4 or 5 weeks in, it's kind of just like you settle in. But after basic, it's like a big change going back into like the world.
civilian life, right? That's what they
Kind
call
of. You go into AIT. You go from basic to AIT, which is like
that classes.
advanced individual training. So it's where they teach you to do your actual job.
Mm.
So like for me, it was supposed to be tech. They don't really teach you your actual job because you learn like when you get there, you know. But it's supposed to be like advanced college. So I got like a bunch of credits for AIT from when I went to Purdue because I already taken a bunch of classes like programming, CCNA,
Yeah.
stuff like that. But then after that was 6 months. So my basic training was 10 weeks. Went to AIT for 6 months, and then I got to my actual unit in Hawaii.
Did you get to pick where you wanted to go, or like?
Nah, I just got lucky.
I remember like I hear about some people saying like they put like a list on and
Yeah,
like
there's like a
preferred
dream sheet.
destinations.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They have you fill it out like where you would want to go, but they don't.
Yeah.
I think that's just like a thing to make
Yeah.
you feel better about
My friend
yourself.
Carson got sent to Jordan. I doubt he wanted to go there.
To Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You know, it's funny. I had both my roommates, Sanders and Kahili. As soon as they graduated AIT, they got sent to Afghanistan, and I
Oh.
got sent to Hawaii.
Jesus.
So, just luck of the
My
draw.
God.
Yeah. But basic was cool. I mean, I met a lot of cool friends there. It's such a like that's your world, you know, like because you don't have any phones or anything. So it was a great time. Like I'm glad I went through it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean that sets you up for like my friend Carson is like solid. He's a solid dude. And like before, he would always clown around and stuff. And like I remember his mom told my mom once, she's like, I'm afraid Carson's just gonna sit and play Xbox for the rest of his life in my basement. And then he went to the military, and dude, he's a solid guy. He's one of the smartest people I've ever met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like helped him.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. He just has his life together like so well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely helped me too. Like before the army, I was a knucklehead, bro. Like just couldn't figure it out. But I think a big part of that was like the path that like the standardized American system like school sets you on. It's kind of like if you're not good at math, science, then they deem you like a dumb kid. When I got into the army and I was doing other things that I was good at, like physical things, like just out toughing someone, or just like I was like, oh, I'm actually good at this. Like I actually like and not even just like the being macho, but like shooting and just memorizing commands and knowing what to do, what situation, like how to react to this, how to do that. Like I was good at it. I was good at the military, and it kind of just opened my eyes to like, oh, not everything is about grades. That doesn't determine how good of a person you are, you know.
Dude, shooting's so fun. God, it's so fun.
You like shooting?
Yeah, I remember the first time I ever shot, I went with Robbie Zabrak and his dad, and dude, I was on fire. Like I was like all over this target, like in the center, and Robbie was like all over the place. And I think his dad was like low-key mad about it. Sorry, but if you're watching, but that was like, dude, when I got that like taste of like hitting like the bullseye and everything, oh man,
thrilling.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So the
It's
adrenaline
awesome.
rush.
Yeah.
What were you shooting? You remember?
God, I don't know. I'm
Like
not
a
like
rifle,
a gun.
shotgun?
Yeah, it was a rifle. I think it was like a 22, whatever
Okay.
that is.
Yeah.
I'm not good with guns.
Yeah,
but-
no. 22s are like they're so fun. They're like, it's like I don't know if a 22 would like kill someone. Like if you shoot them like in the right spot, maybe, but it's kind of a low caliber weapon. Like if I was like, I was looking at a 22 revolver I wanted to buy just because it was so cool. But I'd say like caliber of that's just like the size of the bullet, pretty much. Like if you're looking to like handle business, you get like a 9 mil or above.
I think
But-
Settles is getting a gun soon.
Really?
Yeah, he was talking about it. Well, he asked me, he's like, "Do you care?" I was like, "I don't care. Just don't point at me or you."
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I don't know if I ever want to get one. I like shooting them. I do. I don't know how Lindsay really feels about him either.
Sure.
I want to respect that for sure. But yeah, fun stuff there. I would go. Like if someone ever asked me, I'd definitely go shoot.
We should go.
We should.
We should go sometime.
Yeah.
Seriously, I'll come down to Springfield and we'll go shooting.
Yeah, that'd
be
be
fun.
fun as hell.
Yeah.
I haven't in a while, but
We
I
can do it
would
this
love
summer.
to. Yeah, we should,
should do it
dude.
this
We
summer.
actually should.
We can go out to my grandparents' property and shoot at some targets, or even have you ever shot clay pigeons?
No.
Dude,
Yeah,
we got a
I haven't.
machine. So basically, what it does, I mean, I'm sure you've seen it, but it's like a clay frisbee, and you shoot them out of the sky.
I probably
With a
suck at
shotgun.
that.
It's hard, but
Yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah.
'cause you're like,
I bet when you get the hit,
and you
when you get the hit, is it just like so sick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
yeah,
Is it the same grandparents like with the pool?
yeah,
Where
you've
the-
been there.
With the horse flies were just insane.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. With like all those fields like around that property, my grandpa owns those. So we'll shoot clay pigeons over the fields and shoot them down.
Mm.
But
Yeah, that'd be super fun. We should do that.
dude, this is so good. Dude. I'm glad you came
I
up and we
know.
got to talk again, man.
Yeah, for sure. It's been like probably since high school. Like
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah, dude.
no, I saw you at Noah's party. Before he moved to New Berlin, he had a
Oh,
party.
yeah.
Yeah. It was like a Christmas party. I saw you there.
Was that like in his garage?
Yeah,
Bro, that was when I
you
came
first got
on
back.
leave.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I think that was the last time I like physically. Well, besides BOS,
Yeah.
like when we actually hung out.
Yeah.
You know, I think that was the last time.
Yeah. That's insane.
That party, I still remember. That was super fun. Ashlyn was there. Settles was there. God, so many people were there. I think Vitaly was there. Eli was there.
I just remember like at that point in time my mind frame was like so like just chopped and screwed, like because I had just got out of basic in November and I was in AIT. I went straight to AIT, and then that was like more relaxed but still very like, and I came back from being in that environment to like a party in the garage, and it was like
Yeah,
didn't
I
know,
bet.
you know.
I bet. Oh yeah, that's probably a super weird adjustment for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, just being a bunch of, like, you're around kind of like a bunch of straight edge people for a long time, then you hang out with a bunch of idiots.
I mean, one thing I will say, a common misconception about the army is that like everyone that joins the army is just like a patriot
Oh,
and does it
yeah.
like just because they like. And I'm not saying that you think this,
Yeah.
but like a lot of people think that like people join the army and like they're good like good
Yeah,
old boys.
for
but
sure.
in all reality, like I'd say a lot of people that join the army don't do it because they have other options. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So like it's a melting pot, man. You get people from there's people in the army that half the army is like not half, but like a big part of the army is like not even Americans. You know what I'm saying? Like they come over like and they can gain their citizenship through the military. So it's like
I always wondered how that worked.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing like this really funny Korean guy in the military, that like just on YouTube, and he was super funny. But I always wondered like how he got in there. So that's
that's like I was saying, like how the recruiters are desperate right now. So like
wow.
all the recruiters have a quota, and they're supposed to meet like you're supposed to recruit this many people into active duty, this many people into reserves, and it could be depending on your station, depending on breaking into 3 months or a year or whatever. But they're supposed to meet a quota, but no one's making it because no one
Yeah.
wants to join the army.
Dude, let me ask you this. I feel like I have grounds to ask this because
Yeah,
my family
Fire
heritage,
away.
but do they let Chinese people in the army? I don't think,
I don't think I have met a Chinese person in the army. I don't know.
dude, I don't
have
I
no
don't think
idea.
the US government would like trust it just because of their like
That whole
China's
thing.
government. Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question. I have a buddy who's a recruiter. I'll have to ask him.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, he's in Effingham. His name's Soren Schellenberger. He's a recruiter out of Effingham.
Really?
I'll have to ask him.
How do you get to be a recruiter? You just like, is it
You can either put in a packet for it,
Mm.
or you can get selected. So like if you're DA selected, which is like Department of the Army's DA, if they select you, then you have no choice. You have to go to it.
Oh, okay.
But if you put in a packet, then they might select you. But it's like I was saying, right now recruiting is like probably one of the lowest jobs in the army because
Yeah.
no one's meeting their quota, no one wants to join. I mean, and everyone I know is getting out too. Like everyone I know is getting out because, well, I shouldn't say everyone I know. A lot of people I know are getting out, and it's not. It's just because like the army, dude. It's just tough. It's tough life. You know, it's like you're always
Yeah.
moving, always traveling around.
I get pretty surprised when I see people like in their I don't like late 30s still doing it. I don't remember what the age thing, but like in their 30s.
Like joining or still in?
No, still in it.
Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah. I mean, you can join until you're 35.
Yeah.
And then we had guys in my training that were like 30, just coming in.
Mhm.
You know, but there's lots of older people who are still in, like, especially at the older, like, or the higher ranks. Like, you have to stay in a certain amount of time. Even you might like to be a first sergeant. It's usually like 15 years. You got to be in for like 15 years before you can be a first sergeant. So if someone joins at like 25, 15 years later, they're like 40. Is that right?
Wait, what'd you say?
Yeah. Anyway, 25, 15 years is 40.
I couldn't remember if you said 25 or 35. I was like that. Yeah, but
Math is like my weakness.
really, I love
Oh,
math.
I hate it. That's a class I failed in high school.
Oh,
Algebra 2. Well, advanced algebra 2, but
yeah, I like math. Probably because my family's from Taiwan. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I always wanted to know that about because I saw the Korean guy in the army, so I'm like, if there are any Koreans in there, I like wonder if they.
I
look
mean,
like
I have
Chinese
I have a bunch of friends from foreign countries. Like I know there was a bunch of Koreans and South Koreans in my basic.
I love Korean people,
Yeah.
dude. I had a Korean foreign exchange student. His name was Young. He was so cool.
I think I saw you posting about him.
Yeah.
I saw you post a picture of him at some point.
Yeah, I probably saw it either on Instagram or Snap because there's a 10-year memory. He like that's so crazy to think about. Freshman year of high school was 10 years ago, already,
Wow.
and that's when he lived with me. And dude, so fun. It's like the best time. Like we shared a room, and I had like 2 beds in there, and there was a basketball hoop, so we were always just like messing around and shit. And man, I remember the first time like he would try like certain things, like when he would drink and stuff like that. He was just so funny. Like,
You ever drink soju?
no.
No. Oh, soju is amazing. If you ever go to like a Korean barbecue spot, it's like rice liquor, but I don't know if you drink, but it's like juice. Tastes like juice, bro. But it's like it gets you like it's high alcohol percentage, but it's really good.
I've had sake. Is that what it's called?
Sake.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's good. I like soju better, but so I've had sake too.
I didn't really like the sake or sake. I don't know.
Have you been like out west, like West United States at all?
Yeah.
I was about to say because like the more west you go, the more like Korean barbecue spots and all that kind of stuff there is. I think. Like I was just in San Diego over spring break, and there's like Asian food places like
Probably everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went to LA when my brother lived there. LA's weird, dude.
yeah it is.
I'm glad I went, but like I don't know how my brother lived there. Seriously. Especially with like how he is as a person. Like,
Doc?
yeah. He's super,
How's he doing?
he's good. He just got a house on the north end of Springfield by Lincoln Park, like right across from Lincoln
really?
Park. Yeah. He's good. He he's like he does some accounting stuff at some place. I don't remember what it's Federated Fiduciary, something like that. I'm not going to try to butcher what it's called, but he's good. We watch basketball and stuff together. That's how we bond, really. My brother and I are super close. Especially now that we're adults.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just like to kick it and stuff. He's like me. I don't love crowds. I can stand in them, but like I don't like crying babies at Walmart and stuff. When Walmart's packed, I get so pissed.
Yeah.
Every time I go to Walmart too, there's always a crying child.
Always. Without fail.
Dude, I hate crying kids. Like,
Airplane.
man, what?
Have you been on an airplane with a crying kid?
Dude, I've been on an airplane with a kid that shit its pants and its mom didn't change it.
Oh
Yeah.
I don't know. How close were they to you?
I don't remember,
don't
but
even
like the
know.
whole plane's. Oh, dude, I
Smell it.
remember. Oh wait, no, I think that was a train. It was a train, but still, same thing.
Still.
I remember getting home, like taking all my stuff off. Like, dude, I just felt like I had shit all over me.
Yeah.
Like,
just feel like stinchy. I've had some pretty horrific plane experiences. 'Cause I've flown a lot, But I think the worst plane experience I've ever had with like another person, not like the airline or whatever, like another passenger,
Mm.
was recently when I went to San Diego because my best friend from the army lives out there, and I went to go see him. And like I'm sitting there and I had the window seat. I don't like the window seat. I prefer the aisle because I like
Oh, facts.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And I'm sitting there. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm sitting
dude.
there
I
at the-
gotta have the aisle, especially now with my back. Like the pain goes down my
Yep.
right leg, so if I'm on like the left side, I have to be on the aisle so I can like
Yep.
do that with my leg.
It's the same way with my knees, bro. Both my knees are shot, like just from being in the army. Like I was
Oh.
air assault, so like helicopters, like I like rappel out of helicopters and stuff. So like just landing hard.
Oh
20
yeah.
times, running
Wait,
out-
like skydiving?
well, it's like rappelling. So like throw a rope out the helicopter
Oh,
at
okay.
like 90 feet,
Okay.
and then just zip down it.
Jesus.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it was fun. It's fun. It's fun. I did all kinds of stuff like that. Like I went to jungle school where we like doing stuff like that too. Just cool guy stuff they say. But yeah,
That puts some hair on your nuts, huh? Dude,
yeah.
that's like I wouldn't dude, I'm afraid of heights and stuff like that. Like I don't think I could ever do that. But if I was forced to, like in the army.
You know, it's one of those things. I'm an adrenaline junkie, so like, I just am like, let's go, like,
Yeah.
and so like, I actually did it during when we were doing the training, the air assault training for it, I did it twice because they were like, I went up there in the helicopter, and it's during the air assault school. In the army, there's like a bunch of different schools you can go to and stuff, but like, they basically you get in, you tie in, but you tie in yourself into the ropes, so you got to do it right, and then you go up. They just go up like 90 feet, and then you just jump out. And I did it twice because I thought it was fun. But like the scariest part is like as you're like jumping out, you can't just like jump out because you'll like hit the bottom of it.
Yeah.
So you got to like what they call the L shape. So like if this is my legs and this is my upper body and this is the side of the helicopter, I'm like this.
Oh, okay.
And so you like bend and push off.
yeah,
and
yeah,
go out
yeah.
like that.
Okay.
So you've seen it.
Yeah,
But,
like in movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I bet that was pretty fun. 90 feet, I don't know. I don't think I could do that.
I'll say like the reason why it was kind of easy too is they have like a 40 or 50-foot tower that you practice on like dozens and dozens of
Yeah.
times before you do the helicopter. And yeah, it's fun. There was something I was just about to say before I started talking about jungle school about about the airplane, about the horror story. I had
Oh,
to finish
yeah.
that horror story.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there and I'm sitting on the window seat, and all of a sudden I'm like, because like I have a very pungent nose. Like I get it from my mom.
Yeah.
Like she can just smells,
Yeah.
And so I'm like, what is that horrid smell? And I looked down, and like right next to me, some guy took his shoe off and stuck. He was sitting with his legs crossed, with his unshoed foot like sticking in between the seats, like on my hip, and his foot smelled so
Oh,
bad.
man. I'd be so mad. Dude, I'd probably have to like spray something like
Dude,
passive aggressive.
I literally no. I didn't even do that, bro. I grabbed the back of like my seat and was like, and looked at him and was like, bruh. And I like looked down at I don't care, bro. Like I don't like
Oh,
whatever. So I'm like looking at his sock, and I'm like, I gave him that look like, do I have to say something? And then he like moved it, and then he thought I was sleeping. Like, bro, I literally fell asleep like an hour later, and then I woke up because of
It
stench
smelled.
because he did it
Oh,
again.
man, what a
It woke
loser,
me
dude.
up. It was that bad.
I'd be so mad. I don't love confrontation, but yeah, I'd probably do some. Like I'd have to do something.
You have to,
like,
bro. It was
I'm more of
unbearable. It was unbearable.
I'm more of like, all right, if you're gonna like do that, I'm gonna mess with you. Like, so I'd have to like spray like cologne or something. Or,
yeah.
like, step on his toes or something like that.
Yeah. Man,
And then if it still was going on, I'd have to say, dude, can you fucking cover that thing?
Yeah.
Or get it out of my sight.
yeah. Yeah, that whole day was horrible. I flew into Atlanta, was supposed to fly back here to Bloomington, and they just canceled the flight.
Oh,
So I had to buy it. So I had to it was like postponed until the next morning. It was like 8 p.m. And I went up to the desk and was like, I'm not new to this. This happened before. Just give me my hotel voucher and that's it. And they were like, nah. They were like, no hotel voucher. And it was American. So I bought a hotel. Ended up having to take a taxi. It was super expensive because I was waiting for the shuttle for like an hour. And then I called them. They're like, oh, the shuttle's not coming anymore. Took a taxi. It was like $40 for like a 10-minute drive. And then when I got to the hotel, like I don't know, 11. It was like 11 o'clock at night in Atlanta. And the guy working the desk is like, "Oh, you have to put down a cash deposit." And I was like, "Bro, I just gave all my cash to that taxi driver, and I already like paid for the room. So like, please just let me in." He was like, "Nah." So I had to walk to
Damn.
a gas station at like 11:30 at night in Atlanta with all my
18.
luggage.
Atlanta's tough, dude. We just drove through that. That sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like just a huge pain in the neck. God.
I think like because of anyone who travels and flies, like I'm sure you know, like it's inevitable to experience something like that. And so I feel like it's almost one of those things. Like the more times that stuff happens, like bullshit happens to me, the less it upsets me each time.
For sure. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
definitely. Yeah. Man, I thought that LAX was going to be like the most stressful thing ever, and actually wasn't. I got more stressed at the St. Louis airport. But no, I feel you. When things happen, you get used to them more and more. Like, uh, I don't know, like the back things. Like, I live with that every day. So like, yeah, I just got used to it. That's that
Yeah.
kind of thing. I used to be super like angry about it, like super mad, and it would make me like super anxious, and just because like I couldn't do anything. I think that's where my anxiety like really, really got bad. I have terrible anxiety these days. Um, I think that's like where it started was like when I got hurt, and but as like time would just go on, I would just learn to deal with it. I don't know if that's really healthy or
I think it's
what.
natural.
Yeah.
I think. Go ahead.
No,
No, I was gonna say, like, I think like it's just one of those things that comes with life. Like, excuse me, like after the concussion, I was distraught because I couldn't play football anymore, and then just had to embrace it and then just find a new thing, which happened to be the army. And I feel like getting out now, it's kind of similar. Like I have to find a new thing. Like and my knees are pretty shot. Like I'm probably gonna have to get surgery at some point.
Damn.
The way they described it to me is like the cartilage is not gone because I'm young enough to where it hasn't just gone away, but it's just like shredded. They described it to me like the cartilage in my knees, like around my kneecap, is like a string cheese.
Yeah. Dang. What do they do about that? Like,
There's
what kind of
nothing you can
surgery do they do
do.
about that?
Knee replacement surgery.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I have like I'm trying to prolong that. I have a CBD cream that I use that works, and I don't know if you ever use like the CBD cream.
Yeah, dude. I used to use that on my back.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
works.
It did. It did for sure.
But yeah, I'm just kind of trying to prolong it. But what I was trying to say is like I used to be the same boat, like active, exercising, like running. That was like really stress relieving and like just fun. You know, I like hooping. I can't hoop anymore, bro. Really, because my knees are so tore up. Like I try, but like I can't. I cannot run or jump, and it sucks, bro. Because I
Yeah.
want to.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's why I still try to hoop. Actually, these days I feel a lot better than I used to. And really after my surgery, um for a good period of time, I was like always in the gym, like always like working out, trying to get huge and whatever. But after a certain time, I don't know, I just kind of got tired of it. Um but yeah, no, I feel you.
Yeah,
It sucks. It does. But um finding other things like actually my girlfriend and I read a lot, and I never really like
that's great.
yeah, so like I read Harry Potter. Like it's not like I read like, you know, I read Harry Potter is such a good book to read if you've seen the movies because you can like picture everything going on already. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mhm.
probably like if you watch Lord of the Rings and then read the
Mhm.
books. Yeah. You already have the images in your head, but like the books are more detailed, so you'll have
Sure.
like the detailed images.
Isn't it
like-
weird reading the book and then it contrasts to the movie?
Oh man, the books are I know you read them. The books are so much better.
Yeah, they are.
Like the third
Which one are you
book-
on?
I'm on the fourth.
Okay.
But I've read them already too. Like I've
Oh,
read them
okay.
like multiple times. But the third book is so much different from the third movie, and I hate the third movie because of that.
Mm.
And then the fifth book,
Fifth book and the ending is way different. I
yeah,
remember.
and then it's the longest book but shortest movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I haven't read them for a while, but I mean, even the fact that you're reading is really good, bro. I think that's really good. Like,
I only read because
How many people read though? How many people do you know that like make an effort to read?
I don't know. I want a Kindle, dude. Those things are sick.
Oh,
Lindsay's
a
friend
Kindle?
has one. Yeah, and it's like perfect, dude. Like she can like lay on her side,
Mm-hmm.
read. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
I
I'd
have
do
one.
that. I'd do that way more than like I watch a lot of YouTube also, but reading's like more of a hobby. YouTube is just kind of what I do when I'm bored.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I don't know. I guess you do your hobbies when you're bored too, but
You
they're
enjoy
different.
it.
They're different. Um, yeah. So like that kind of replaces going and playing basketball a little bit. I still try to play basketball. I know I've said that a couple of times, but I'm not. That's the only kind of activity I really do.
Yeah.
I just find other things to replace it. I also started because my foreign exchange student. He inspired me to start picking up Korean. So I've been like
No
learning.
kidding.
I've been learning Korean for sure. I can speak a little bit.
How
I
do
don't
you-
want to try on
okay.
camera though. I don't want to try on camera.
That's funny.
Because I haven't even like done it. I haven't even like spoken it in front of my girlfriend. I don't want her to make fun of me.
Does she know some?
No, dude. I tried like getting her. I tried convincing her like we should both learn a second language because we could just
Talk to each other.
Yeah, and then we could talk mad shit if we had to or something like that. Like or, if for example, if someone's feet were like in front of
Mhm.
me, like on a plane, I would talk unlimited shit like in this other language.
Yeah. Especially like Korean, like no one around.
Yeah, I know. But it's out of all the I read this, I don't know if it's true, but out of all the like Asian languages, that's like one of the easiest ones to learn.
I believe it.
So yeah, I don't annyeonghaseyo, that's how you say hello.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I did with Spanish. Like I picked up Spanish. I know it pretty well, but there's a lot of people who speak Spanish, so it's not like it's that covert. But
Here,
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you went to like Asia, I bet no one knows
no,
Spanish.
no.
God.
I want to do. I think either next spring, maybe next summer. I'm trying to do study abroad.
Oh, dude, you
So.
should. You should like anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere that's not, like I wouldn't go to China or something. But
Yeah. I want to go to a. I want to go to a
Russia.
Spanish speaking country because like I'm in Spanish like in college. It's like part of my degree plan. I've already been speaking it for like a couple years.
My cousin went to Spain and he loved it. Yeah.
Spain's an option. So
Mhm.
Spain is an option. Costa Rica is an option. There's a couple of them, but like I went to Colombia and Honduras last summer, and
Dude, go to Europe, I think. I
think so?
seriously, yeah. Like, yeah, get on that side of the world.
that's kind of what I was thinking. In all reality, though, like not saying political, just straight up, like it's gonna depend on how like it is over there, because like,
Oh, really? Is there stuff going on over there?
well, I mean, besides the like, there's just I know that Ukraine and Russia are still at war, and then Israel and the other people are at war. So it's like, I know it's far away, but it's still kind of like
I feel that.
close
Yeah.
vicinity. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. If things were to escalate within the next year and I was over in Europe, I'd be like, crap.
If China like hits Taiwan, that's like what I'm scared of.
I had a bunch of friends that went to Taiwan as like
bet.
to help train their soldiers on how
Yeah.
to fight.
Mhm.
Like AP, my boy AP was there.
I want to go there. I mean, probably not now, but I want to. My brother went when he was a kid. That's where my mom's family's from, so that's
Okay.
the only reason I want to go.
That's cool.
And I want to go. There, Korea, Japan.
I'm trying to go to the Philippines.
Yeah, Philippines would be sick, but I want to check out Tokyo for sure. I just heard that place is like another world.
Mm.
I think wasn't Shriver there, or no, he was in Korea.
He was in Korea. I know people who went to Japan. They loved it though.
Yeah,
I got
I
a
bet.
magnet someone brought me. I've been to Palau, Guam. I was in Guam for like a long time. I was in
Really?
Guam for like a year, like spread out. But yeah, Guam is fun, but it's
Is it?
way out there?
I don't
though.
know like really anything about that place.
It's an American territory.
Yeah, I knew that, but like,
So that's why I got the glow.
oh shit.
Put it back. But if you look on here, I'll try to show it real quick. So let's see here. So I'm looking at this. Yeah, Guam is right here. So if you look like over here, like there's GUM, it says USA. Guam's like right there on the freaking thing. And then if you look like over to the thing, you'll see like it says Koror, Palau. It's like a couple more islands next to it. I don't know if you can see it, but that's where I went for to Palau. But from California to Hawaii is like a 5-hour flight.
That's long.
And then from Hawaii to Guam is an 8-hour flight. And then from Guam to Palau is another 5 hours.
Man,
So
thinking about how my back would do in that. The flight to California was horrible. God, my back was shot.
dude, when I flew to Palau, bro, oh my gosh, dude, I was literally, bro, in an AC-130 crammed with like tons of other dudes, bro. And there was it was net seating, so like on the side, like you see the little seats that fold down. Well, in the middle, there was also a row of nets that had net seating, so like we were facing each other. And picture like your knees interlocking with mine
Yeah.
with our weapons right
man.
here, and then our rucksack
And how
right on our
long?
lap.
How long you say?
Well, how long were we in the plane, or how long was the flight? Because we got in the plane, they loaded us into the plane, and then they loaded all the gear in the back, and we were on the tarmac for probably, I don't know, bro, 3-4 hours, sitting like that, just in the plane on Guam, where it's like the tarmac's like sizzling because it's so hot, you know. And there's no AC, and we were sitting there for like 3-4 hours just waiting to take off. And
How
then
much freedom did you get when you were like over like there? Because like you went for like a
None.
specific thing,
Literally
right? You didn't
zero.
like go to like any restaurants or anything like that.
well, so when I went to Palau, we were in the jungle the entire time.
Oh, okay.
And you know, I went to jungle school. It's like kind of the thing. But we went to an island on the south part. It was like Angmar, I think, of Palau, and they just hired Japanese contractors to come in and plow out an airstrip 3 days before we landed. So no one had really. It was like super uninhabited, like I don't know, super remote, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And we literally landed, they pushed out the gear, we ran out, did like a little tactical landing or whatever, and then it took off. And we were there for like a couple days doing our thing, and then we left.
Man, that sounds like just such a crazy experience. Like all of the army sounds like such a wild experience.
It is. It's fun. But if you're like, people ask me all the time, like, yo, I'm thinking about joining. Should I? That's such a loaded question, you know? I mean, I like first thing I'd say is like, well, why do you want to join?
You have to know how they are as a person too.
Yeah. Because if you're trying to join just because you're bored, I don't know if that's a good idea. But if you're trying to join because like kind of like what I did, like use it as a stepping stone, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anything else you wanted to say or mention before we wrap it up here?
This was super cool. I've never like done anything like this. So yeah, if you want to ever have me on again, I would. Yeah,
absolutely.
Or if like, dude, if we got like, I need to get Jacob with me or something.
Dude,
like
yeah, I can have up to 4 mics going at the same time.
Yeah, that would be super fun. I bet he would too. Shout out to Jacob because dude, he's like actually like one of my best friends. Him and shout out to Settles too. Like my 2 best friends, dude. So yeah, if Jacob would want to, I bet he would.
He would.
We should.
I'd be so down, bro.
We should. That's like a reunion kind of, you know? We used to be like all 3 of us, we always used to like just always at school.
The
3 Musketeer brains.
3 Musketeer brains.
Yeah. I thought that would get brought up.
3 Musketeer brains, bro.
That was Jacob. He made that up. Yeah, in 3rd grade.
3 Musketeer
He was
brains.
such a crazy kid.
Well, thanks for coming on, bro.
Dude, yeah, thanks for having me.
Tell him I don't know if you want to tell him where to find you or anything like that, or
I'm not on social media much. I have a Illinois basketball Twitter account. It's called @IlliniSkipp. It's just Illinois stuff. So if you're a fan of that, you know, you can follow it. It's more of like I just get on my knees for Illinois. That's all the account is. Like that's all it is. So if you want to follow that, you can. But yeah, I don't really. Other than that, I don't really get on Instagram or anything like that much. But yeah.
All right, dog. Thanks for coming on, man.
For sure.
It was a blast.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was super fun. Yeah.